Today, we will talk about 10 best PS Vita games you need to play in 2024. With features like a second joystick and a touchscreen, the PlayStation Vita was Sony's attempt at creating a better PSP. When the Vita launched, it faced off against Nintendo's 3DS head-to-head, but it put more of an emphasis on console-like gameplay with expensive titles like Wipeout 2048 and Uncharted Golden Abyss. Now before we dive deep into it, support us by giving a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Let's begin. Number 10. MotorStorm RC. It can sound insulting to discuss creating space on our list for genre selections, but there's no need to worry about MotorStorm RC, an arcade racer reminiscent of Micro Machines. It's just amazing. We find it unbelievable that despite being one of the greatest racers available, the Pocket Racer doesn't receive as much attention as the other titles in the MotorStorm series. This top-down version is so amazing, fashionable, and addictive that it deserves to be classified as a Class A. The better cars gradually open up the controls to become quite dexterous and profound, even though they are initially difficult. As you skirt about immaculate small outdoor circuits, they make you handle every bend with the dexterity of a sim racer, stirring up mud, gravel, and all sorts of handcrafted things. The dinky automobiles are perfect in their weirdness, and the music is really good. It is easy to set up the leaderboard and start competing. It also happens that the DLC packs are fantastic. When playing this amazing game, just make sure you're upright because you'll want to toss stuff around in a competitive manner. Wonderful. Number 9. Severed. Eventually, we come across a mirror as we follow our heroine Sasha through her family's destroyed home. Upon closer inspection, we see that Sasha's left arm has been severed entirely. She is overcome by violent flashes and witnesses a multi-mouthed beast in red-clad silhouettes. Regaining our composure, we notice something in the mirror behind Sasha. The creature gives her a sword and tells her that she may survive if she finds her family, who she followed to another realm. The horrific, terrible story that unfolds is one of fury, despair, and desperation as Sasha increasingly takes on the characteristics of this broken society in an attempt to free her family from the horrible traps that trap them. Despite how dramatic it all sounds, Severed is a complete pleasure to perform since it is fulfilling without being overly theatrical or drawn out. Its sword-slashing rhythm game-like combat on a touchscreen is unlike anything else, especially in its execution, and it's still an underappreciated classic on the Vita. Number 8. Freedom Wars. With even more anime flair, Freedom Wars is a great little PS Vita exclusive that is reminiscent of games like Monster Hunter. The year 100 in 2014, which is only somewhat different from our own date, is when the game is set on Earth, where Conf and Eagle concur. The Earth's surface is entirely uninhabitable, forcing the current people to live underground while they attempt to find out how to reclaim it. This makes the game world desolate. People are being convicted guilty of crimes they did not commit, adding to the already terrible reality of a high level of corruption in the world. Because of the overcrowding problem, it is now illegal to even be alive. Over 100 million individuals are viewed as criminals. Right now, fighting for freedom is the only path to it. Number 7. Uncharted Golden Abyss. Since it's obvious why Ben Studios' Uncharted Golden Abyss is featured here, the game is a showstopper. Let's keep this brief and straightforward. If Sony hadn't had such a disastrous launch, this is the AAA title that would have made the system a household name. It's a little disappointing that it never receives credit, since it has the same tone and quality as the rest of Naughty Dog's Uncharted series. The voice acting, visual design, gameplay, and lighthearted conversation were all on par with that of the PlayStation Studios' countrymen. A few of the settings are very beautiful. Consistency is the only thing that this Drake prequel lacks, since there is a noticeable pacing problem along with some grating usage of the PS Vita's back-screen features. Notwithstanding these few criticisms, Uncharted Golden Abyss is an essential Vita experience. Number 6. Killzone Mercenary. With this cute little FPS, where do I even start? Aside from Killzone 2, Killzone Mercenary is possibly the most successful installment in the Killzone franchise, and that is something to be happy about. This PS Vita version simplified the intricacy by emphasizing money and bombast. Every headshot and ammunition pickup will earn you 1 or 2 V-Bucks. You can then arm yourself with enough weapons to match the Hellcast's satisfying Havoc. It feels amazing to shoot with 2 analog sticks, especially in the online modes, which have subsequently experienced server closures. The morally dubious plot has an element of army brew haha that isn't always tonally clear, but this amazing game will not let you down thanks to its amazing set pieces. This Vita game is amazing and very different. Number 5. Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward. Editor Keese believes that Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward is superior to Danganronpa's visual novel elements on the PlayStation Vita, therefore disregard the 3DS branding in the clip above. This middle installment in the series, which is followed by Zero Escape's Zero Time Dilemma on the Vita, as a very large amount of compelling multi-timeline storytelling mixed with a surprising amount of puzzle solving. A game with a similar premise, many individuals are locked in a facility and must kill or be killed to escape, is sold well by strong writing. But because it has several scenarios to choose from and a simple timeline switching feature, it soon reaches a very high idea. Number 4. Tearaway. The innovation of media molecule should be fully showcased. Perhaps since it is the most popular Vita game ever, as paper world platformer is very well liked among the true trophies community. Even if we adore Uncharted Golden Abyss, it made excellent use of every feature by letting you communicate with the adorable paper messenger Iota or a toy, depending on the messenger's gender. There will be several papercraft levels that your tiny friend will be racing through. Occasionally, you assist them in jumping by using the back touchpad to make a hole in the environment, and other times you use the touchscreen and camera to guide them. There's lighthearted music, a real nuanced setting, and incredibly natural environmental storytelling. You will find more charm, inventiveness, and originality in just 5 hours of playtime than in many games that last 100 hours or more. However, time should never be the only factor considered when determining a game's worth. Number 3. Gravity Rush. Few console launch titles arrive on the market with the confidence of Gravity Rush, and even fewer have such a profound effect on the history of their respective systems. Upon launch, Gravity Rush embodied all that the Vita had aimed to achieve during its first generation of games, a grand, ostentatious, home console caliber title that exuded experimentation and a hint of messiness that, for the right player, enhanced the game's allure. The main draw of Gravity Rush is its unusual gravity-defying movement dynamics, which essentially mean that Kat defies gravity. However, if Kat hadn't such a charming personality and her environment hadn't been so architecturally fascinating, the impact would have been diminished. Although navigating the Rift Plains could become repetitive, it was a great way to become immersed in Kat's broken world and make it stay with us forever. Number 2. Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. If you played a little bit of Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc and came to the conclusion that it was an uneven and poorly designed game, we wouldn't blame you. It resembles a combination of Persona, Saw, Ace Attorney, visual novels, and, with all due respect, Japanese culture. Although it's no longer available on the PSN, you can still play a physical copy. However, as you interact with that conceptual soup, your brain goes limp and the true worth of Danganronpa is revealed to you. You're left feeling completely overwhelmed by the sheer number of named characters you have to get used to and aching from the game's sudden shift between comedy and utter cartoon horror. Number 1. Persona 4 Golden. With this incredible work of art, where do you even start? You will never have a gaming experience like Persona 4 Golden. It's Kanju, with a captivating plot that will have you wondering right up to the very end, and a cast of characters you will adore and find it difficult to choose just one. It will take at least 2 playthroughs to be able to grab all of the different trophies, meaning you could spend over 100 hours trying to collect every Persona 4 Golden trophy. In addition, you have a fantastic opening theme song to enjoy while exploring the exquisitely made dungeons, which you will spend a significant amount of time in. When you combine the slice-of-life aspect with the JRPG gameplay, you get a totally unique experience that is unmatched by other games. Many of us will never be able to obtain that stunning platinum medal because of that damn hardcore Reset fan trophy. There's no denying that Persona 4 Dancing All Night is a timeless game, but we nearly included it on our list as well. On the PS Vita, Persona 4 Golden is the finest game. All done for today. Let us know your favorite Vita game in the comments. Share this video with your loved ones. Goodbye.